How safe are your personal electronic devices in classified spaces? This question may not keep many of us awake at night, but perhaps it should. Our personal electronic devices, or PEDs, can be ticking time bombs in the wrong hands, especially in classified spaces where they can compromise national security. Let's explore the risks associated with bringing PEDs into these secure zones. Our smartphones, laptops, tablets, and even thumb drives can be exploited as tools for spying. They can be manipulated, hacked, and used to gather sensitive information without our knowledge. Consider the infamous case of Edward Snowden, a former NSA contractor. Snowden didn't need high-tech gadgetry or an intricate plot to leak classified information. All he needed was a thumb drive. That's right, a device as small and ordinary as a thumb drive can become a weapon against an entire nation's security. Snowden's actions opened our eyes to the potential threats hiding in plain sight, in the devices we carry in our pockets or bags every day. Now imagine the implications if enemy agents were to leverage this same tactic. It's a chilling thought. Your phone, with its treasure trove of personal data, could be converted into an espionage device. Your laptop, with its access to networks and databases, could be the weak link that exposes classified information. Your tablet, with its array of microphones and cameras, could be turned into a remote surveillance tool. And it's not just about the data stored on these devices. The real danger lies in their connectivity. They can be remotely accessed, data can be extracted, or worse, they can be turned into listening or recording devices. All it takes is one compromised device in a classified space to put national security at risk. Therefore, the question we need to ask ourselves isn't whether our personal electronic devices are safe, but whether they're safe enough. Can we afford to bring them into classified spaces? Can we guarantee they won't be turned against us? So, as we can see, the threat is real and closer than we think. How do these infiltrations occur, you might wonder? Well, let's delve into the mechanics of how foreign entities exploit personal electronic devices, or PEDs, to spy on classified spaces. It's a world that's reminiscent of a high-stakes spy thriller, but this is no fiction. This is the reality of cyber warfare in the 21st century. A striking example of this is the case of the Russian hacking group, APT-29, colloquially known as Cozy Bear. This group has been known to target government officials' personal devices, turning everyday tools into weapons of espionage. But how does this happen? Picture this. You receive an innocent-looking email, perhaps something that appears to be a regular update, or a seemingly harmless link. You click on it, and just like that, your device is compromised. This is a technique known as phishing. Cozy Bear, and groups like them, are masters of this craft. They create scenarios so convincing that even the most cyber-savvy individuals can fall prey. Once inside your device, these cyber spies have unfettered access to every bit of information stored on it. Emails, contacts, photos, even your location can be tracked, turning your personal device into a veritable goldmine of classified information. What makes these attacks particularly insidious is their sophistication and the difficulty in tracing them. These cyber spies leave virtually no trace, making it incredibly challenging to detect and stop them. They are not just hackers, they are ghostly infiltrators, slipping through the cracks of cyber defenses and disappearing without a trace. This is not a simple game of cat and mouse. This is a war fought in the shadows of the digital world, where the enemy is not storming the gates but lurking in the very devices we carry in our pockets. Remember, the enemy is not at the gates. It is already inside, lurking in the device in your pocket. It's a chilling thought, but it's a reality we must face if we are to secure our classified spaces and keep our information safe. What can we do to protect our classified spaces? This question is the crux of our conversation today. The answer lies in the implementation of stringent security measures. When we consider the magnitude of the threat, it becomes imperative to enact measures that can effectively combat these cyber threats. Our organization has ban on personal devices in classified areas. PEDs are not permitted within 50 feet of any building. PEDs are any device capable of recording, copying, storing, and transmitting data. Examples include but are not limited to USB drives, phones, MP3 players, cameras, and so on. The only devices allowed in classified spaces are government-furnished devices and devices for which you obtain an exception to policy memo. You are authorized to place your PEDs into lock boxes or leave them in your POV. Now, you may wonder, is this policy effective? Absolutely. This ban on personal devices significantly reduced the risk of unwanted spying and data breaches. By simply eliminating the potential tools that enemies could use, our organization is able to fortify our classified spaces against cyber threats. But it's not just about banning devices, it's also about maintaining constant vigilance and strict adherence to security protocols. The effectiveness of any security measure depends largely on the people implementing it. That's why training and awareness are crucial. Each individual who has access to these classified spaces must understand the risks associated with the use of personal electronic devices and must be committed to adhering to the rules set in place. Moreover, these protocols and measures are not static. As technology evolves, so do the threats. Therefore, it's essential that our security measures evolve too. Regular reviews and updates of security protocols coupled with ongoing training and awareness programs are key to staying ahead of the curve. Remember, the enemy is not just looking for a weak spot in our security systems. They're also looking for a weak moment, a lapse in judgment, a simple mistake. That's why our vigilance must be unwavering. Our adherence to protocols, uncompromising. Because in the end, our security is only as strong as our weakest link. In today's world, the battlefield is not just physical, but digital as well. We've journeyed through the hidden threats that personal electronic devices, PEDs, pose in classified spaces. We've seen how these seemingly harmless devices can turn into tools of espionage, providing the enemy with an open window into our most sensitive information. We've also delved into the mechanics of spying, exploring real-life breaches that have shaken our confidence in the security of our systems. These incidents serve as stark reminders of the vulnerabilities that exist and the relentless efforts of adversaries to exploit them. The critical importance of robust security measures cannot be overstated. It is our shield against these threats, our line of defense in this digital battlefield. It's not just about keeping PEDs out of secure facilities, but about fostering a culture of vigilance and responsibility. Remember, the device you carry may be small, but the threat it poses is immense. Stay vigilant, stay safe.